Hello, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to another episode of English for 10th grade. This is class number 7, and today's topic is simple past tense and simple future. My name is Savi Vega. I'm your English teacher. Which are today's objectives? The students will be able to use simple past tense to describe events that began and ended in the past. Also, you will use simple future tense to express offers, predictions, promises, and requests. Hmm, that's a good question. What is simple past tense? Check this video.
Did you like the most? I like the costumes and the songs. What about Sunday? Did you do anything special? I read a book in the morning. Then I did my homework. Then I didn't feel like it. But I knew I had to. The weather is so beautiful around. So when you look at me about here told you. That means sandwiches and got some fresh oranges. After that, I started streaming and fed the dogs. Then I took another short think back. But an hour later, it started to rain. Sunrise is fast and cold. As soon as I got home, I took a cloud bath. I enjoy spending time with my family. How about you? How was your weekend? Well, on Saturday, I went shopping with my mom. I needed a dress for my cousin's birthday party, so I tried many dresses. So did you finally find your dress? Yeah, I did. I found the perfect dress for the party. So how was the party? It was great fun. There were lots of beautiful decorations everywhere. The cake looked amazing. Which side of the birthday song? They were playing lots of games and they were having times. It was a party house. It was held at a purchase center. House. The food was delicious, but I ate too much and went to losing. And I also drank too much juice. So were you able to stay until the end of the party? Yes, I was, because I was starting to feel sick at the end of the party. But I went home. My mom made me some tea, and I felt much better after drinking it. Anyway, I loved the party. It was awesome. I had a wonderful time this weekend too. We went to visit our grandparents on Saturday night. We traveled by train. It was a journey around 3 hours, and there was lots to do outside the window. In the afternoon, I went fishing with my family for the first time. Oh, really? Did you go? We went to the lake, not far from his house. He taught me how to step around fishing, and I tried to do everything he said. sat yesterday and had to spend the night with my friends. Did you have a good day at school today? It was okay. Did you like how the food was gone? I enjoyed the ramen and swim with Batman. I took my lab. We had a test. So, that was the test. I didn't do so bad. I made a few mistakes. One was the best thing that happened at school today. The time I spent with my friends during recess was the best thing that happened today. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel and visit our website, kidspages.com.
Okay, so what is past tense? How do we use past tense? What is the function and the form of past tense? Those are the questions that now you have in your mind. Okay, past tense refers to the events or actions that happen in the past. That means the action starts in the past and ends in the past. During the whole video, you observe some words that were highlighted in color red. Those were the actions, those were the verbs. In English, most verb has a different form in the past tense, and that's called irregular verbs. With the regular verbs, the most common words, we just need to add an ed suffix at the end. But let's check what is past tense with the verb to be and the rest of the verbs. Here we have a chart. Past simple tense, verb to be. What is the form of the simple past tense using the verb to be? Check in the different statements, affirmative, negative, or questions. When we have an affirmative statement, the form is subject plus was or were. Yes, was corresponds to the singular plural for the singular pronouns. For example, he, she, it, and were is used with the plural pronouns. We, you, and they. I, as the third person singular, also uses were. They were friends. This is the example that we have here. They were friends. Now, in the negative form, we add the word not. Yes, subject plus was not, plus complement, or subject plus were not, depending on the subject. Example, they weren't friends. When we want to make questions in the simple past tense with the verb to be, we don't need an auxiliary verb because verb to be is very special. Verb to be is an auxiliary itself. So be moved to the first position in the sentence. So we start like, were they friends? No, they weren't. There is a mistake in that sentence. Don't pay attention to that. What happened with the rest of the verbs? The verbs or the actions that are not be? Well, most of the regular verbs need to end with the suffix ed. So the form is subject plus verb ed. She worked yesterday. If we have an irregular verb, we need to look for the irregular form of that verb in the simple past tense. In the case of the negative, we use the auxiliary did. Did is the auxiliary for the simple past tense. Did, and also we use did for questions and negative. So we have here subject plus did not plus verb. The verb stays in the base form, so we don't need ed anymore. She didn't work yesterday. In the case of the questions, did move to the first position. Did plus subject plus verb. Remember, the verb is used in the base form, and remember, we need to use the question mark at the end. Did she work yesterday? Did, auxiliary, she, The subject, work, is the verb in base form, and yesterday is a time mark. But let's understand about simple past tense. Check this video. Past simple tense regular verbs. Past simple verb forms are created by adding ed in the end of the verb. Want, ed, example, wanted. He wanted to buy a new car. Call plus ed. Then we have the past form, called. She called him on the phone. For verbs ending in E, we just add the letter D in the end. Example, change, changed. He changed his clothes. For verbs ending in Y, we drop the Y into I plus ed in the end. Try, Y equal I plus ed, tried. He tried really hard. Stop. In here we have a combination of a consonant plus vowel plus consonant. In this case, we have to double the consonant and add ed. Stop plus p plus ed equal stopped. The car stopped. If the last letter is X, we don't double the consonant. That's not necessary. Example, fax plus ed, faxed. When the vowels A, O, U, A, and Y, you just simply add ed. Like in the case of verbs that end in Y, but before they have a vowel, we just add the ed at the end. She stayed at home. Regular past tense, simple verbs. Spelling rules. Most of the verbs in English are regular. So in that case, we just need to pay attention to those simple rules. The first spelling rule is we use the base form of the verb and add ed, as I explained in the video before. Example, walk, walked, play, played. When the verbs end in E, we just need to add the letter D, like in the case of like, liked, move, moved. When the verbs end in a consonant plus Y, we change the Y into I and add ED. Carry, carried. Study, studies. Some verbs ending in a single consonant plus the second last letter is a vowel, we have to double the last letter plus ed, like in plan, plan, stop, stopped. It was a summary of the information provided in the video before. Now it is time to practice. Let's check. What is the mistake? Yes, we have to switch the verb into past form. What is the mistake in number 3? It is negative. It had the ed. It is past tense. But wait, I mentioned before that in order to form the negative in the simple past, we need the help of the auxiliary, did. So the auxiliary function is to carry the tense. So we use the verb in its base form. Check. Did you busy last Monday? Something is missing here. Did you busy last Monday? Do we have to use did? It is a question, but remember there is a special verb that is an auxiliary itself that works also in past tense. Where? Where? Verb be. Was she buy a new car yesterday? Was she buy? Two verbs here. That's not correct. Yeah, you need to use a different auxiliary. In this case, the auxiliary is not was. What is the auxiliary that we use for regular verbs? Did. I wanted to went to Montreal 2 years ago. I wanted to went. Wanted is past tense and went is past tense. Something is wrong here. Two verbs and both actions are in past tense. Let's check. Only one verb in past. Was you late for a meeting? What is the mistake here in this sentence? First, let's check the subject. The subject is the pronoun you. Was is the form for the singular. What is the form for the plural pronouns? Check. Where? Sorry. Who did you talk to? What is the mistake in this sentence? This sentence looks nice to me. I can find the mistake. Look closely. Who did you talk to? Oh, yes. We have did and we have the verb with the ed. What's wrong here? If we have the auxiliary did, the auxiliary is helping with the tense. So the verb must be in its base form. So we need to eliminate the ed, delete the ed. Talk. Now let's try you to find this. Yes, did, because it's a regular verb. I was fit. Eliminate was. I read. Good. John fly to Argentina last week. Flew is an irregular verb. He went where? No, wasn't. Not see. Yes, it needs the auxiliary. Didn't. Do? What did you do? The verb. Incorrect. Where? Good practice. Great work. Now that we practice and we learn and we review about the simple past tense, now we move to a different tense, simple future tense. Yes, in English there are a lot of different tenses. Now let's check about future tense.
Futures. We use the future system to predict future events. It will be sunny tomorrow. To express promises. To make spontaneous and quick decisions. Don't worry. I'll help you fix it. We will surprise the future simple for companies. Your grandma will arrive in a few minutes. I'm so happy. That's right. We use the future simple to predict future events, to express promises, to make spontaneous and quick decisions, and to talk about it.
Okay, in here we observe the use of future tense. We use future tense to predict future events, to express promises, to make spontaneous and quick decisions, and to talk about coming events. What is the auxiliary, or how do you recognize that we are using future? Yes, because of the word will. Future is one of the easiest tenses to learn in English. Simple future tense. So what is the form? The form for simple future tense is subject plus the auxiliary will plus the verb. The verb must be in its base form. We use it for example, unplanned future actions. Example, winter will come soon. So this is something that is unplanned. What is going to happen in the future? We also use simple future for offering or asking for a request or promising or ordering or treating people. Example, I'm afraid we will get wet. We also use future for unpreventable actions in the future. Winter will come soon. This is something that we can avoid. We use future tense with conditional time and purpose clauses. When I arrive at home, I will call you. So something is going to happen before. For thoughts, predictions, assumptions, sureness, fears about future. I promise I won't tell this anyone. I promise I will clean my room. I promise I will do my homework. We use future for actions decided at the moment we are talking. I have a headache. Oh, I will take a medicine. Now it's time to play. Guess the word to complete the sentence. Number 1, I will go to the... Yes, I recognize this place. I think it's the park. Let's check if I'm correct. It's a lake. Park. I will go to the park. Yes. Number 2, I will eat. Look closely. Yes, pizza. Delicious. I will eat pizza. Number 3, I will go. Is that a supermarket? So I will go shopping. I will go shopping. Number 4, I will study. What will you study? There is a calculator. What subject uses a calculator? Yes, math. I will study math. Number 5, I will play. Oops, that's a sport. A very famous sport. Correct, basketball. I will play basketball. Number 6, I will go there by... Yes, that's a means of transportation. Train. I will go there by train. 7, I will watch a... Did you recognize that? Yes, a movie. Or artifact to play movies. I will watch a movie. Number 8, I will go to the... It should be another place. Do you recognize that place? Beautiful, eh? We used to go there on summer. Yes, the beach. I will go to the beach. Number 9, I will play. Wow, a very popular sport here in Panama. Do you remember the name of that sport? Soccer. I will play soccer. Number 10, I will buy a... Wow, that's interesting. Yes, correct. Motorcycle. Motorbike. I will buy a motorbike. Now let's talk about the tasks. You have to complete 2 different tasks on your module and you have to submit it to the platform. Task number 7 is about this chart. What do you have to do? You have to... Task number 7 is about the sentences. You have to rewrite the sentence using simple past tense. Yes, you have to switch the verb into past tense. For task number 8, you have to complete the chart. this chart, you have to write 4 sentences about your future plans and 4 sentences about things you won't do in the future. So you have to write 4 affirmative and 4 negative sentences. For the midterm exam, what you have to do is that you have to write a paragraph about explaining your plans for the future. Yes, think about next year or think about 5 years from now. What would you like to do? Write the paragraph using future tense, will and won't. See you next time.